We begin with news just in. The Supreme Court of Appeal has ruled that the 2018 election of the ANC's Provincial Executive Committee was unlawful and unconstitutional. Disgruntled members of the provincial party challenged the PEC's election, saying audits of ANC branches didn't happen. Meanwhile, it's all eyes on the embattled ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule's next move. He now has 30 days to step aside or face suspension amid corruption charges. Will Magashule abide by the party's step-aside rule, or does this mean the battle line has been drawn? Senior reporter Siphamandla Goge was earlier at a tree-planting event in Soweto where the SG engaged the media, and he joins us now. Siphamandla, is Ace Magashule likely to step aside?
He says wait and see. The answer for now is not really clear. That's the direct question that we put to him to ask him whether he will be stepping aside or not. He's only left with 28 days together with other ANC members. Remember, the step-aside resolution is not an Ace Magashule clause. It's not only him who's facing legal battles and challenges, but the interest is on him simply because he's the Secretary General of the governing party. He's the engine of the organization at Luthuli House. So we did ask him that question. It was for the first time he appeared in public after that marathon meeting of the National Executive Committee of the ANC over the weekend, which finally, after many years, resolved that those members who are criminally charged, they need to step aside within 30 days. Well, Ace Magashule, this is what he had to say.
Let's leave that. Let's wait until 30 days. The organization has decided. It has taken its decision in line with NASREC resolutions.
So in 30 days, are you going to step aside?
I support NASREC resolutions.
So on the 31st day, could you still be in that office at Luthuli House?
Wait and see.
We're going to come to the importance and the significance of that PEC decision in a moment, but I want to conclude here with all the relevant issues pertaining to the SG first. So when and why is he consulting former leaders of the party on that step-aside resolution?
From the 11th of April, that's when he says his consultation process will begin. He says he will start by consulting former Treasurer General of the ANC, Matthew Phosa, and then he will consult other leaders of the party, like former Secretary General of the organization, Kgalema Motlanthe, who later on became the President of the Republic of South Africa. He intends also to go to former presidents of the ANC, that is former President Jacob Zuma and former President Thabo Mbeki. He says those are internal processes of the ANC. We need to wait until after those consultation processes are done. But the question is, why would he consult them when the resolution has been taken? Nothing will change. The decision has been taken. What is needed now is that organizationally he needs to communicate the decision of the NEC with other structures of the organization, from branch levels to regions as well as different provinces of the ANC. So there is some confusion about this consultation process, to say what does he aim to achieve by consulting, because no matter the outcome of those consultation processes, nothing will change. The decision is there. All those members who are criminally charged, they've got 30 days to step aside. If they don't step aside, they will be suspended and they will be disciplined by the ANC. But nonetheless, Ace Magashule says he will undertake that consultation process. This is what he said.
I'll be consulting former leaders of the ANC, who are not just leaders, they are real veterans of our movement. I'm talking about President Mbeki. I'm talking about SG, or former President of the Republic of South Africa, Comrade Kgalema. I'll be going to President Zuma. I'll be seeing former Treasurer General Matthew Phosa. I think I will start with him because it's available from the 11th. And then I'm busy interacting with President Zuma. My office is going to still interact with President Mbeki and the former Secretary General, or Secretary General Kgalema Motlanthe.
Siphamandla, the NEC's hard line on the step-aside rule has weakened the SG's position. He has a very strong power base in the Free State. But now the Supreme Court of Appeal ruling on the 2018 election of the ANC's Provincial Executive Committee as being unlawful and unconstitutional has further weakened that power base and the support for the SG. Tell us of all those implications.
Indeed, another political blow to Magashule. Remember, the Free State province is his home province. That is his political turf. That is where his political allies are. He has the support in the Free State. Yes, there are some other members of the ANC in the Free State who do not support him. The group or the faction that is led by Mkolisi Tugwana at some point who was a political ally to Magashule has been very speaking out strongly against Magashule, saying he needs to face the music for his alleged corrupt activities in the province. They are accusing him of collapsing and crippling the Free State province. Now, this judgment simply means the Provincial Executive Committee of the ANC in the Free State will have to be disbanded. There will have to be an interim structure while preparing for another elective conference. Of course, this dates back to many years ago when ANC members, including Mr. Ramaphosa, did take the matter to court, saying, well, internal processes were not followed in preparing for that 2018 elective conference of the ANC in the Free State. They cited irregularities such as the flouting of the branch audit membership, the issue of the branch executive committee meetings, the PGMs that were meant to sit to be convened in order to prepare for that provincial conference. So this is a big blow to Magashule because it simply means his political allies will no longer be in charge in the province. And of course, all of that happens at a time and during a week whereby that National Executive Committee of the ANC came out strongly against him and others who are criminally charged to step aside. So these political challenges, they keep on coming for Magashule. Moving forward, it remains to be seen whether his faction or his forces in the Free State will be able to reclaim power, because remember that province is highly contested by another faction which is pro to President Cyril Ramaphosa of the ANC. So this development, this judgment by the Supreme Court of Appeal is very serious, and it's a serious blow to Magashule.
Let's look at the implications for the PEC themselves. They were elected in 2018, their term almost coming to an end, but no doubt those members were looking at re-election. What are their prospects now?
Indeed, well, for the sake of unity and in line with the way the ANC has been operating, every time there are these disbandments of the provincial executive committees, you will find the ANC trying to put together an interim structure which will basically incorporate both parties or both factions and try to have what is known as a unity slate or an interim structure, an interim provincial structure, which will take the province to the provincial elective conference. But simply put, it simply means now that for now, as we speak, Magashule's political allies do not or will not have political power once they've been officially disbanded. And it remains to be seen whether the National Executive Committee of the ANC will give blessings for them to appeal. Are there any prospects of success in appealing? What is constitutional about them appealing? Will they be able to take it further? We understand from our sources that, well, the National Executive Committee of the ANC is not really keen to have this matter dragging forever because it's been in court for many years. Remember, even though this judgment is about the 2018 provincial conference, but since 2016, the ANC in the Free State has not had what is called a legally constituted provincial executive. And since 2012, there have been these legal disputes. So moving forward, it's going to be a tough one for the ANC in the province and for Magashule.
Well, thank you very much, Senior Reporter Siphamandla Goge, covering those two issues, key and integral to the power struggle playing out currently within the ANC executive.